What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. Awesome Oz here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or night's been a wrap, but hope it is awesome. And yes, we're back at it today. All-time highs again. Bitcoin has been on a rally. Yes, I was not on live yesterday when Bitcoin did hit an all-time high, but this continues to hit all-time highs. Crazy. I mean, did anyone think that we were going to hit 111 anytime soon? So I'm excited, man. Crypto's looking great. A lot of things are changing just in the last day alone. So many things have actually changed in the markets. It's a beautiful day, and I hope everyone's having a fantastic one. And so before we jump into it all, I want to say what's up to the A-Team here. We got Billion right in the house here. Kevin, what's up, buddy? We got Ian. Dar Daddy, what's up, man? You're Lionheart, what's up, bud? Ian, appreciate you guys. RPM, Trent, Richard, Mike, Observer, Evan, Kenny, good to see you guys. Manny, Andrew B, Tony Punch. We got Candy in the house here. What's up? Famous Dave's, Andrew B, Trent. What's up, Trent? Appreciate you being here, my guy. Kenny G, Deb, what's going on, my batch? Ripperino, Moto, 18, what's up, man? The Gambler, what's going on? All right, let's jump into it, guys. Appreciate you all being here right on the top of the hour here. A lot of things to cover today, actually. There's been some really good things unfolding here. A lot of us who have had longs out there, we put our margin trades in. We're doing phenomenal right now. Obviously, I've sold all my margins. I literally, we got up to my percentages. I sold out on them, made really good profits over the last couple of days in terms of just, doing good calls. Shout out to the A-Team. Shout out to the A-Team for making that. We put a vote in on XRP, whether we were going to short or long it. We put a long in on it. Literally made 100% up on that thing. Couldn't have been a better trade at that moment, right? So super excited. You guys are fantastic for it. And I know a lot of people are absolutely killing it right now. So with all that, let's jump into it here. We got, like I said, we got some things to cover here. As you can see right now, the cryptocurrency market is sitting at 3.51 trillion. 3.7 trillion is the all-time high for market cap in terms of where it's at. You can see Bitcoin right now, all-time high was 111,500. Right now we're sitting about 111,224. Who would have thought that we would have been saying 111,000? Like, that's just such a crazy thing to say. Again, ETH has been doing pretty damn good, back above 2,600. XRP climbing back up to the 242. It'd be nice for this to get back to the 250 range. That's kind of where we're kind of hoping it's going to get to here. Bad news on the day for anyone that's involved in SUI. Price-wise, doing good. However, huge hack that came out here. Obviously, it's North Korea. I think we've all known that. They're transferring over. I think they transfer over $60 million to Ethereum. Obviously, they're going to do that because the goal is to move it through Tornado Cash, because Tornado Cash is an Ethereum-based scrambler. So they're going to probably do that. You can see Chainlink's been doing pretty good. Hyperliquid jumped from literally, I think they were ranked like 20 or 25, somewhere in that ballpark, up 27%. Just murking it right now. Stellar doing okay, lit up a little bit here. Hedera, hovering around this 20-cent mark. So there are some things that are jumping ahead of some of our babies here. But overall, crypto is looking really good. Stock market looking actually down on the day, but there's been a lot of positivity coming out in this. And the biggest one that I want to put out there is Kraken right here, dude. Kraken opening digital tokens of Apple, Tesla, and NVIDIA to people outside the US. I can't wait for this to actually happen inside the US, where they're going to start tokenizing some of these stocks that are out there. This is the next big thing. RWAs, real world assets, tokenizing real world assets. This is the next big move, and so I hope you guys are ready for it. I have won almost all my trades with BTCC. Someone dig me a grave now, dude. Hell yeah. Moto A-Team absolutely killing it with the BTCC. I'm loving BTCC. I'm not here to shill it. I'm not here to I honestly am enjoying BTCC. It's actually really easy to use. I'm digging it right now, and I think a lot of us here. I wish I would have actually introduced it to you guys sooner. And used it sooner, because it's actually been really well. And yeah, the markets are doing good, so it's like almost like you can't lose. I feel like we can't lose as long as you're continually looking at the market and seeing which way it's going to go. You have a pretty good shot of coming up on your stuff. Austin, are you in Cookie? I looked at Cookie. I did not buy Cookie though. I did not purchase. I did take a time to look at it. It took about 20 minutes to look at Cookie. I do have some questions with Cookie in terms of just things that I have to get over for my own self here. But yeah, it's doing really well. It's on Coinbase by chance. I mean, that's pretty cool. So I'll give them that. With Ripple trying to buy Circle and control USDC, does that mean Ripple will focus on stable coins and reduce the XRP's role as a bridge asset? I don't think so. I still think that XRP is going to be that. I mean, XRP is the gas token for the XRPL. So to move anything across XRPL or the ledger, you got to use XRP. So if they want to use USDC, or they want to use Ripple, or they want to use any other asset that they want to tokenize to move across that blockchain, you got to use XRP as the gas, just like Ethereum. I mean, if you want to move something across the Ethereum network, you got to use Ethereum. Same with BNB, Solana, you name it, dude. So no, I think that it's still going to be the asset to have. And that, cause again, that's what's going to be used as the fuel to move it across the blockchain. That's my thought process behind it all. So good afternoon. What's up, Rock Creations? Good to see you, buddy. Well, decent pullback correction with a lot of this stuff. There could very well could be. I mean, last time we had, I mean, again, I don't know how far this goes up. I mean, we can continue to watch continue to watch Bitcoin rally up right now, as you can see right here. Bitcoin, even on the day chart right now, still coming back above, right? Came back down here, hit the 50%, now back above almost to the 80%. Really, it doesn't really happen too often like that. That's a very uncommon thing to happen. For us to hit all these highs up here, bounce back and come back up again, that's a very uncommon thing on the day chart right here. You can see this thing. We were talking about this bouncing off it, right? Got really close to 200. This was the buy target for Bitcoin. We were live on stream, and I was telling you guys that this doesn't really cross over. This death cross happens, but for it to tap off the 200 EMA right here, like that was the trigger right there. That was like the, hey, we're gonna actually probably continue in an upward trend, and that's exactly what happened down here, right? When this got almost and touched this 200 EMA. We went on this massive rally right here. So again, we're right here. Now we're back to all-time highs, and we could continue to see a rally here. Again, I'm not going to be the one shorting. I mean, you could short for fun, but if you're looking for the long-term game of shorting, I mean, it's not my style. So I'm bullish about where this is going to go in the next leg up. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Can you do a full overview, long video on BTC on how you are depositing and exactly how you are doing isolated versus cross leverage? I've been hesitant to get into it. Dude, the isolated leveraging is the best. I'm going to tell you guys right now, dude. I love isolated leverage. You're just literally upfronting what you're willing to lose. That's what I love about it. Where with cross, you're upfronting your entire portfolio. So, if you're putting $100 in there and it goes down $1,000, you're paying $1,000 out of your bank account or your account. If depending on how far you actually get, or you could, but you can up your leverage, right? I mean, you can up your margin. I meant you can increase margin, which is important to do if you're on top of it. But I mean, I like isolated because again, if you put $100 in, you hit your margin. I mean, then you're out. It's very simple. So, but yeah, I could go through. We could go through it here live on stream today. I got nothing going on today, so I'm all your guys. If I'm on here for 5 hours, I'm on here for 5 hours. Just kidding. I can't be on here for 5 hours. I got soccer today. So we got Tony Punch in the house here, dude. 5 months, man. Thanks, bro. Still learning from you. Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate you being here, my guy. Thank you so much for 5 months. 5 month memberships, dude. That's fantastic. BTC is super dangerous. Use demo mode. Yeah, there's a demo mode out there. Definitely use it to test it. And I think demo mode's great. I think that's probably one of the cool parts about it is there is a demo mode. So, but again, if you're going to use it, use small amounts, $50, $10, $20, right? You don't got to use anything crazy. I mean, I'm putting $100 in just for fun, just to show people we're doing plays of the day. We're going to do a play of the day today. We're going to go in and we're going to put some trades in today and talk about a lot of the things here. So soccer day. Woo, woo, yep. Heck yeah, man. What's up, Soul? Good to see you, buddy. Trolls love this cat food. So great things right here. This is fantastic right here. Well, not this one. This one right here. The Trump tax clears the House in a victory for the Republicans, advances the Senate. This is great, guys. I told you guys, regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, if you're in the stock market, if you're in the cryptocurrency market, if you are looking for there to be money actually inputted into our stocks, this is the bill for you. The big, beautiful bill right here is the bill for you. And the reason why that is because this now allows more money. And again, you can be mad that the rich keep getting more money because they get less taxes, whatever it might be. I could care less about that because that just means more money is coming into the stock market, more money is coming into cryptocurrency, which is only going to increase the value of which I hold. So that's how I win in the game of life, right? I'm not going to sit here and argue with all the politicians out here and debate back and forth whether, giving tax cuts to the rich are good or bad. I don't care. I just know that last time Trump did this, very similar to it in 2016 and 17, we had a massive bull run. He's doing the exact same tactics, exact same thing here to come into this bull run. And this is going to literally bring in trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars into the cryptocurrency market and into the stock market. Like we're going to probably see a boom because of this. This is going to allow tax holidays for companies. People are going to come back and buy up stocks. You can even see right now, you have people like good old, where's it out here? Good old Michael Saylor coming out here selling right here. He's going to raise another $2.1 billion to purchase more Bitcoin. How is he doing that? Well, what is he doing? He's going to come out here and he's going to sell $2.1 billion in stock. And I guarantee you that when this happens, not being taxed, again, reducing your taxes on your sales of capital gains is going to be huge, right? More companies are going to start selling their stocks to do this strategy with this big, beautiful bill coming through here. Again, that means less taxes to then move this over and to buy up certain other assets. So, dude, this is great, dude. Any thoughts on WorldCoin? Yeah, I saw that they're actually going to be going live on, I think it was Binance, right? Was it Binance? I can't remember. I read something, but yeah, the WorldCoin going live is kind of crazy, right? What up, Chris P? Good to see you, buddy. BTC is climbing all day, dude. It's been climbing all day yesterday. I'm sorry I couldn't stream. You guys know my Wednesdays are a little strapped. I got things going on. Always Wednesdays are going to be tough for me to stream, and unfortunately, and I was so sad. I text Fan. I was like, dude, I'm so mad that I'm happy because Bitcoin hit their all-time high, but I couldn't stream, and I was kind of like super disappointed. But Bitcoin, I was literally on like cloud 9 yesterday, dude. Cloud 9 yesterday with Bitcoin going crazy, and super excited. Just super excited to sort of see it go up like this. I mean, I knew it was going to go up. We all know it's going to go up. It's just crazy to see 111,000 for Bitcoin. Like, that's so badass. We're going to get a run so much. We're all going to wear diapers. You're crazy, dude. But that's actually pretty funny. So yeah, crazy thing right here. Obviously, you guys heard of the smart contract being hacked this morning, 223 million. And this is exactly why bridging, this is exactly why a lot of these things are just, I don't know, dude. These funds are kind of crazy. And it says right here, the SUI validators collectively protected the ecosystem. A large number of validators identified the address with those stolen funds and ignored transactions on the address until further notice. Like, that's just crazy to me that the CEDIS team is exploring paths to recover these funds. Obviously, Binance is helping out with this. CZ came out and announced this. Just wild that this actually even happened. I'm going to be honest with you guys. But here we are again. Hackers are getting involved. This is where you got to really make sure you guys are protecting your assets. Make sure you guys are double checking where you're sending stuff. Don't just send it to send it. So yeah, just make sure you're doing that. Pump weekend, no sleep for us. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dude. It sealed the deal, making a new high. The bull run is in, bro. Yeah, we're on it, dude. I put out those tweets yesterday. Like, we're so back, baby. Like, it feels good. It feels good when markets start to run. Now the question is when are alts going to start running? Well, we've talked about this before. We've shown this before, is that anytime that we actually see, oops, let me get my thing back here. Anytime we actually see the dominance chart here, well, I don't know why my dominance chart's not showing up. Let's do this. Let's go back to my dominance here. There we go. Anytime we see Bitcoin dominance go up like this, obviously altcoins are going to go down. Alts are still kind of flat for the most part. You can see this has come down. This is when we came up right here. Now that Bitcoin dominance is coming up, this is coming down. So what you want to see is usually altcoins are about a week or two behind Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's obviously going to hit an all-time high here. It's already continued to rally up to another all-time high. You can see right here. I mean, all-time high was, what was all-time high? What do they have marked down as all-time high right now? It was 155. Now it's 111,872. Okay, so 11,800 now. So just tap that. So we're a little bit down from that. But once this thing starts to turn around here, watch this dominance come down here, because once this dominance comes down, starts to come down a little bit, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin's going to go down in price. You can see this went down, and it just means that Bitcoin flattened out. So the Bitcoin will continue to rise in price as Bitcoin dominance comes down, but we want this to come down. We want Bitcoin to sort of flatten out a little bit, because that means that when that happens, you can see right here, that means the altcoins are going to run. When this starts to come down, we went from roughly 210, right around 210, all the way up to roughly 266 when Bitcoin dominance came down. So going back to that, that's what we want to see. We want to see this come down. So the answer to me is, I get that, over the next couple of days, there could be the market could be a little flat, but overall, the longs are in. The longs are in on altcoins, dude. You should be having longs in on altcoins. I mean, that's just simply what it is. If you're going to go out there, margin trade, protect your margins. Look for a liquidation somewhere in like the 220s, the 220 range, maybe even the 219s for liquidation. And, have a good opportunity to have a nice little rally back up to the 260 mark when this starts to come down. You can already start to see the Bitcoin dominance over the last day is starting to work its way down, which means that Bitcoin's probably going to flatten out here. There's probably going to be some shorts coming in here. You're going to see a lot of that. You can see that there's definitely this 107 right at the bottom of this on the day chart. 107.5 is the bottom of this fair value gap. And then you got a really big fair value gap down here at 100,000. 100,000 is the psychological number here. So for this could potentially come back down to these levels. So just be prepared for that if you're getting into any of this kind of stuff. So what's your price prediction for XRP and Ethereum by the end of the summer? It's tough to say. Honestly, it really is. You just never know what the market's going to. I mean, that's so hard to say, because I've already said that I think going into Q3, end of Q3, going into Q4. So we're talking like, that's where we're gonna hit the peak market. So usually in the summertime, we're gonna probably have a lull, meaning it could just be flat, something that we saw for like, let's just take Bitcoin, something that we saw like right here. This is like a lull, you know, basically from March to April, like 2 months, 3 months. Same with this right here. This is a really long lull. Basically the whole year we just traded sideways. But this is kind of what we'll run into here. We'll hit some highs up here, and then we'll come down. We'll flatten out probably here around the 90s. This is somewhere in here probably, and then we'll probably do a couple months just like up and down trading. But it all depends on how the economy is doing. It all depends on if we get rate cuts coming in here, which again, speaking of rate cuts, you can see right here. I mean, you know, the U.S. bond market is it's crazy right now, dude. The U.S. bond market yield just hit 5.15% for the first time since October 2023. Other than October 2023, the 30-year yield have not been this high since July of 2007. So you got to really pay attention to this bond market, dude. This bond market is really where the focus is for anyone here. It said we expected attempted interventions by Trump and Bassett as the Feds refused to cut rates. Like, we need to cut rates. Basically, what this is telling us is that the Feds need to cut the rates. That's what it comes down to. But we'll see what happens here. I don't know what the best intervention is going to be here, but this could actually be the big thing to watch. So yeah. What's up, Paul? Good to see you, man. I joined the live just to say here come the next daily breakouts. FOMO time. Hell yeah, planets. 5 times 8 times 9 equals 0. Had to turn on the furnace again today. AC for a week. Oh, damn. Get that AC in, dude. Surprised there hasn't been a pullback yet. Yeah, Bitcoin's going, man. It's starting to rocket, dude. People are probably putting in shorts right now and getting liquidated. I think actually more liquidations happened yesterday because people were actually putting shorts in on Bitcoin. And I think those shorts in 1 hour, I think I read like Watch Your Guru say like $60 million in shorts on Bitcoin were liquidated in 1 hour. I mean, like, yeah, shorting Bitcoin is just not the move at this moment. Now, today is a different story. You can see there's a little tick right here downward, but I mean, that doesn't mean a whole lot. You've seen those and it continues to rise. So, you know, don't say that this is like the say all be all of the indicator. You can see that the day chart's working its way up to the top again here. Usually when it reaches up here, you know, there's been a pullback right here, which came down roughly right here. You can see that pullback. Last time we came up here, you can see we had a pullback right here. So anytime we get to the top of these day charts, we do have a pullback here. You can see this is why we got here, and people started shorting the market thinking that we were going to have a pullback like we see every time we hit the top of the day chart here, but then we bounce back. So that's going to be very interesting. The weekly right now is what you got to really watch out for. Look at the weekly. This is where it gets a little concerning here. So we're probably going to we could continue to rally up to the top of this. It could be something like we saw right here. See this? Let me zoom out a little, or zoom in a little bit. So you can see this is the weekly chart right here, something to monitor. So anytime we get to the top of the weekly here, we usually stay up here for about a week or two. This was 1, 2, 3 weeks. We stayed up to the top right here. We stayed up here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. We stayed up here, and then we started to play around and we fell down. So we could probably be up here, continue the top up here for the next 2 or maybe 1 or 2 weeks, and then start to fall down. So again, watch the RSIs on this because that's when you're going to really find out where this goes. But you can see right here on the weekly that the Bitcoin dominance is actually looking really strong. So something to watch because the XRP chart's a little bit different here when you start to look at this. Look at the bottom of the charts in right here. This is what's nice about XRP. This is what excites me about XRP and why I'm going to be longing XRP probably for the remaining, I don't know, couple weeks. And it's because you can see the weekly chart's working up here. And usually once it gets past the 50 marker right here, which is what we're gauging right now, is this 50% mark right here. Once it gets above there, dude, it's on for the races. And this happens about a week after Bitcoin. So I've already said this before, about 2 weeks, 1 week to 2 weeks after Bitcoin reaches their all-time highs, XRP is going to rally. Or just when it reaches the top of the weekly chart, XRP is going to rally. And XRP is Bitcoin's about 2 weeks ahead of XRP and a lot of the other altcoins that are out there. Same with, you can see right here, HBAR is another one working its way up. XLM is another one working its way up, right? These ones are a little bit ahead of it. Ondo, another one, almost to the peak up here. Let's look at SUI real quick. SUI coming up right now, already at the top right here. So, and now with today's blip, it'll be interesting to sort of see how this plays out up here. So we'll have to continue to monitor the weekly on that one. But yeah, a lot of good indicators saying that bullish for altcoins. Have you checked ZBAX? I have not. Hey Austin, did you hear Hong Kong pass a stablecoin bill? I did not see that. That's pretty good, dude. Hey Austin, good to see you again. You too, Penny Stacks. Appreciate you being here, man. Surprise surgery yesterday. Well, I hope it went well. Cookies pumping again. That's good, dude. Anyone got a cookie? I'm happy for you guys, dude. What's up, Mama A? Trump has dinner for the crypto this weekend, and then following weekend is XRP convention. Yeah, we got Bitcoin. We got Bitcoin 2025 next week, which I'll be there all week. So I'll try to stream as much as I can. Maybe I'll even stream from the floor if I got connectivity down there. I don't know if I'm going to have Wi-Fi or not. But yeah, Bitcoin 2025. I'm excited for Bitcoin 2025. There's gonna be a lot of people there. I hope that Trump shows up. I mean, you got Eric Trump coming out there. You got Donald Trump coming out there, or Donald Trump Jr. coming out there. You got JD Vance. I mean, everything's kind of setting up to where, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump shows up to the Bitcoin 2025, which would be phenomenal, dude. Which would be cool. I mean, it would be phenomenal from like a crypto standpoint, right? Regardless of whose aisle you're on or whose side you're on, I don't really care. Just know that, like, if you're in crypto, that's bullish for crypto. Hey, what do you think about Ethereum? I think Ethereum's going to do great, guys. I mean, Ethereum's the second largest asset in the world in terms of crypto. Like, it's going to be, it's my second largest holding. I dig it, dude. No, most will be left behind. Yes, the rumor is XRP collaboration with Z. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad you guys got into those. When altcoin, it is only BTC. When alts pump, it is only BTC. Yeah, Bitcoin will usually sputter a little bit when alts continue to pump. So the longs are right now, dude. Like, honestly, just set it. Make sure you have a lower liquidation. Which means that don't over leverage. Don't when you get into like the 50x leverages to 100x leverages, your margins are small, dude. You're talking 2-3 cents liquidation events. If you start to do like 20x leverage or 25 or 30x leverage, you're talking maybe 5-6 cents. If you get into the 10x leverage, you're talking roughly, liquidation could be like 220, 215 right now for those liquidations. So yeah, we're gonna put in a good little a good one today and see how it works out. Feel like we should be over $3. Yeah, I'm with you, Kenny G. I'm kind of thinking that XRP is going to be primed for an all-time high. I think that we're priming ourselves for an all-time high. I just feel it. I don't know 100% if I'm not 100% right with everything, but I mean, indicators are showing very positive for us. My ex is flying out to Vegas to work for the week. Oh shoot. Are you going to hang out with her or something, dude? Like, thanks so much for the $2 super chat there, that guy. After Sui gets hacked, ETH just showing it's still king. Well, ETH. Well, you got to think, Craig. What's crazy? They bought $60 million worth of ETH today. So, which stock RSI are you using? Just the traditional one right here. And I'm just go right over to your indicators here, and then just go down, and it's just the right here. You can see my. Oops, I don't know why I did that. I can show you it right here's my settings. If you want to see my settings, there's my settings for my inputs. If you want to see what those look like, there they are. What's up, Tim Shea? We got Tim Shea in the house here. What's up, buddy? The mayor of crypto in the house here. What's up, my guy? Yeah, Craig. Yeah. I think that the other countries also have fiat that is over leveraged. True. That is true. Everyone needs to smash that like button. Oh, appreciate you, mama. BTC new high just now. Did it just tap again? Gosh, it did, dude. You're right. Bitcoin's, dude, it just keeps hitting, man. We just hit a new all-time high of 11.9, dude. 11.9. This thing is just freaking ripping right now, dude. Let's go to the hour chart. Gosh, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, you can see right here, all-time high. Well, it hasn't hit an all-time high yet. Showing on here, all-time high was 11,911. Is that where it was? 112. Show. Let's see if it shows over here. Sometimes it shows over here. Yeah, it's still saying all-time high is 11,800 over on Coin Market Cap, but to each our own on that. I mean, it's 844 right here, so yeah, it's definitely all-time high. It's still hitting all-time highs right now. Gosh, dang. That thing's rocking and rolling right now, man. We're just getting started. The sky's the limit. Heck yeah, dude. You got to wait. DM. So XRP is going to rally after XRP, dude, or after Bitcoin. You got to think they're about a week behind. They're about a week behind. It was like that last run in December and into January, and then now, I mean, we're in the same exact boat. New sub. Thanks for the great info and take on the markets. If you can only invest in 3, but can't be BTC or ETH, what's the top 3 you're holding and investing in? Well, it's definitely XRP is my third largest, followed by HBAR, and then it's XLM, dude. Those are the 3. Those are the 3 ones right now. Austin, which memes do you hodl high risk? Well, the one I'm in right now, it's doing really well. The only meme that I'm in right now, well, outside of like Trump, I'm in Pepe. But I mean, if we're talking like high margin, I mean, the only one that I'm actually in right now that's doing pretty well. I looked at my wall today was Blocky, dude. Blocky's actually doing pretty good right now. I was pretty impressed. Let's see. Yeah, Blocky's up 25% on the day right now. So yeah, Blocky's doing pretty good today. So yeah, I'm up like I'm literally up probably 100% on Blocky. No, not 100%. I'm probably up. No, I guess I'm up like probably more like 75%. But that's the only one, dude. That's the only one on my, and let's see, could Bitcoin hit over 120K this run? Yeah, definitely, dude. Definitely. That's my run's well in. There you go. Now we're hitting all-time highs, dude. 112. There it is. Boom. 112. Just hit 112,000, dude. Gosh dang, Bitcoin is just ripping right now. Dude, this is where the psychological shorts come in. One of the biggest frustrations investing in these great utility tokens is the real world use. Yeah. Farcoin, and then there's like Farcoin that get people rich. Yeah, that's how SHIB was, dude. People were pissed at SHIB. So mad at SHIB for making people rich. Damn, dude, that got rejected. That came down. Look at the short. Look at the longs and look at the battle right now. One hit 112, dude, and look at the sell pressure coming in. Dude, that is so wild. It's so there's so much sell pressure right now that the dominance hour is just like literally bouncing, dude. You don't see that too often. That's crazy. Ripperino, thanks so much for the €2 super chat here. Bought so much XRP since November. I'm now on HBAR. Hell yeah, dude. HBAR is the next move. I mean, HBAR is kind of where I moved to. XRP was my third largest, and then I've just been acquiring HBAR. Now that RWAs are the real thing out there, like I said, real world assets right here. This is one of those right here, Kraken opening digital tokens, which is RWAs. You're getting a lot of these other projects out here. They're going to jump into the RWA side. HBAR is one of the top ones out there for RWA. Chainlink's one. You got HBAR's one. Even XRP to some degree is what people would consider a RWA type crypto. Don't forget to back out of the chat and give a like. Yeah, appreciate that, Sander. Do you see Trump being a good coin after he's out of office? Yeah, I think it's going to continue to do well, dude. Huge. I mean, like I said, regardless of how you feel about the guy, there's a huge support for him. Some people love him, some people hate him, but at the end of the day, people are going to continue to probably buy it. And I think as long as ETH and Solana and all those continue to do well, those meme coins will continue to rally, dude. So, what are the price targets for HBAR by the end of the year? I'm pushing $2 by the end of this bull, which is literally a 10x from where it's at. VeChain's okay. I'm not like the biggest fan of VeChain. I mean, it's going to do well, but it's just not the crypto that I'm in right now. Yeah, the rejection came in hot. This is actually probably good for a lot of these altcoins out here. It looks like a golden cross coming on the month. You think the monthly golden cross is coming? All right. I haven't even looked on the month. Jeez. Man, the monthly chart looks crazy. Look at the monthly chart. Holy crap. That monthly chart looks nuts, dude. Damn. That monthly chart looks insane. I never looked on the monthly chart before. I mean, I have, but I mean, like, I rarely ever look at it. There's the weekly right there. Weekly's looking phenomenal, dude. This bounce back's crazy. I gotta redo the fib on this thing, dude. I gotta reduce it. Let's just take this out, redo it. Too far out on the fib. But yeah, it's looking pretty good, dude. Gosh, that looks good. What's up, Frank? Good to see you, dude. Selinsky coin is what's up. Austin, you don't have Cardano ADA? No, I don't touch Cardano. I used to back in the day. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not one of my cryptos that I hold. You think XRP will dip or? I mean, it could definitely play the ups and downs, but I mean, in all reality, the play is to put the long in on XRP, dude. Find a good liquidation price. Like we could pull up BTCC right here. If anyone's new to crypto, I just actually transferred right now. But if you're new to crypto or you're trying to jump into leverage trading, I did put links down below if you wanted to try out BTCC. There's a lot of other platforms out there. BTCC just seems to be the easiest one and the only one here in Washington that I can actually use and share because it's a non-KYC. As you guys know, Washington is horrible when it comes to exchanges. I can only really use a handful of them. And just so happened that I could use this one. So I kind of stuck with it here. But very easy. You could just go over here, copy your address. I just transferred. You can go right over here to your tokens. So view activity here. Just go over to your tokens. You can go right into your MetaMask wallet here on the thing and go down to like Tether and just transfer your Tether over to here. Make sure it says ETH ERC. So USDT to ETH ERC20. So again, all non KYC. You don't have to even provide any personal information. Copy it. Boom. We're over here. I got the assets are live. So let's go over here. Actually, let me refresh this real quick. Hold on. Let's refresh. There we go. That's what I want to see. I was like, do my assets aren't they? So I got $879 in to be traded on here. Very easy to use, like I said. So when you go to the future side here, you got your isolated, you got your future side. I like to do on the pro side, which is the isolated side, and then trade on here. So this is where you really want to put your longs in here. And again, don't over lever. Don't like 50x you'll get liquidated really quick. But if you do like a 20x, you'll have a better liquidation price. When should we see a nice moment for some of the good news when XRP is going to fly? I mean, probably here in a week, dude. Here in a week. Holding ADA in a bear market is soul crushing. Kind of. Man, that work meeting finally finished. Boring. I get it, dude. Going across an XRP first time ever. Okay. Golden Cross coming. Blowfin, a similar Austin if you ever need another one. Okay. I have to check that one out, Tim. Again, I don't really use a whole lot of exchanges, to be honest with you. Like I said, I kind of started using this one. It's the closest one to kind of like how Binance.us was for me before they kind of before everyone took it away. So, tell Austin to talk about my Discord message. You got a Discord message? You send me a message, bro. Let me move it over here. Oh, right there. Did I get a message? Did someone hit me up with a message? Was it in I'll have to look for it, dude. Is there an event in Vegas for XRP? Yeah, it's right after the Bitcoin event. Got any news on HBAR? I mean, HBAR's, now that we got this is what I was saying. So, HBAR is one of the leader in tokenizing real world assets. And I think that they're going to play in this game right here where Kraken's just opening the door. So what's my Bitcoin top this prediction? Okay, that guy. Thanks so much for the $5 super chat here. Appreciate that a ton, man. Fan just actually texted me what was said here. Oh yeah, the 200 also. Yeah, dreams. I'm with you, dude. So, nightmares. That's kind of the weekly is the big thing. I pull the weekly up as much as possible. I pull the week up as much as possible on these things. But to go back to your question here with Bitcoin, I think I marked it out here. Let's see, where did I put it? Maybe right there. I think 250 was my marker, dude. 250 was my marker based off previous numbers. So let's go back to the day here, and I'll tell you how I got to that number. Right, so it was 250. So we know that Bitcoin loses 70% of its value, and so I'll probably have to go back. So it goes down to the previous bull run's high, right? So now it's back over here at 60.74 was like the high, roughly 68.70. Oops, that's the wrong one. So 68.70. So I think that's where I got my 70%, loses 70% of its value. So yeah, so I'm basically saying that if Bitcoin loses 70, normally it loses 70% of its value in the bull. And so right now, right now how it's looking is that we're going to peak out at 250. If we go down any other traditional map here, Bitcoin just hit 112 again. Gosh, dang, it's bouncing back nice, dude. Bitcoin is freaking on a rip right now. But 150, people are saying 150 is this next run before we have another fall. 150 is going to be where we hit in this next climb, right? We talked about the banana. I told you, I brought that up with you guys a while back. It was the guy called it the banana. What do you call it? The banana, something banana. I can't think of the damn name. He called it the. But this is where I was talking about. Is this guy? He did a pretty good job of showing this right here, and you can see the banana zone. So we're in this correction phase 2 right here. This is where we're just at correction phase 1, right? So we're in correction phase 1 right here. So correction phase 2 is probably around like 150, 160. And then you're going to have the banana. Then you're going to have the top of this banana zone, which will be right up here. And so if you go back and look, that's probably the 250 range of where this is at. So let me turn this off real quick. Sorry, I got things beeping in here. But that's kind of where I'm at with it, to be honest with you. 250 somewhere in that ballpark. Petro Pro, thanks so much for the $5 super chat here. I predict $3 by Saturday. Let's do it, dude. I mean, I'm on board with that, bro. I mean, I mean, it's hard to predict those things, but I mean, I'm probably thinking by next week, dude. Probably by next week, we could have a Bitcoin, or sorry, an XRP above $3 again. You think I should close my longs before the dip? Then at the dip, replace my longs. That's usually the game, Curtis. Yeah, that's the game. Unless you have like, unless you're in your long positions right now, where like your liquidation price is like below $2. Like we put one in. What is it, like 3 days ago? We put one in where my liquidation price was like 195. I mean, like unless you're paying fees on it, or you can't afford whatever it is, you can just keep that long in there, dude. Just keep it going. The chance of getting liquidated at 195 is pretty low. We see that already. And plus, if it's starting to get down there at that time, you could just add more to your margin, right? So put another $50 in there, another $100 to increase your margin, so you don't get taken out. So Jeff, you kill me, bro. Doing longs and shorts, don't set a time for how it happens. You'd have to pay attention to close to the coin. Yeah, you got to pay attention, but that's why you got to just really find a good liquidation zone. Don't over leverage. That's what happens is people come in here and they start to over leverage, dude. So they'll get greedy and they'll start to do a 50x, and then they get liquidated. They get liquidated because they only have like a 3 or 4 cent margin between the trades. Like we could do both of these, right? And you'll see that there's not a lot of room for margin, for a lot of error when you increase your margin like that. So, Austin, I'm sorry I missed the 100 you put in on your last stream. How did that go? It was good, dude. I think I made like almost $85. You know what I mean? Batchman. So I cashed out on the 85. I made like $85. I cashed out. All right. I actually set when I went to sleep, I set my stop loss, and it cashed out at like 80. It was like $85 or something like that. So I almost went up 100% on it. So again, I want to make sure that when I'm up, when I go to sleep, I want to set my stop losses, because you don't want to wake up and it be completely obliterated. So do you need your own? Yeah, definitely. Tim does. Tim's everywhere, bro. I hopped on here late. Not sure if he did or not. Oh, what was it, Andrew? I might have missed it, dude. But yeah, cryptos, I mean, like right now, Bitcoin is like, so I'm saying 250. 250 is kind of where I put this up there a long time ago. That number, that line's been sitting there for quite some time. And while this continues to rally, I'm talking like 150, 160 is probably where this next roll, where this next one's going to go. You can see right here, the banana zone. We're in the correction phase 2. So right now we just break it out of correction phase 1. So correction phase 1 is how high is it going to go? We're probably going to come up here into the 150s, hopefully. And then we go into our next correction phase, which is probably right around the end of end of Q3, probably in the middle of Q3, end of Q3 maybe going. And then we'll have our next breakout, which will be the peak of Q4, or sorry, October will be the peak of this run based off of everything that's been shown. So 100x 200 at 109. So nervous watching it. Oh gosh. So 100x at $2. Damn, bro, you had 100x leverage. See, so that your liquidation is really small. Your margin of error is small, but I mean you're 2,000 away from that, which is not that bad, dude. This is exactly why you should own. My liquidation of XRP is 218, cutting it fine. Dude, you're good, Curtis. I think 218 is actually a pretty good price. You're so far ahead right now, and you're on that trade, on that leverage trade right now. Yeah, you're sitting pretty good. And you can see right now the day chart's coming down. So what again, doesn't have to go like really flat for this to come down. You can see the bottom of this right here was down over here, but I mean like this could come down, maybe hit that 225 again, or you can see that the 4 hours working its way up here. The 4 hours looking a little interesting. The 12 hours working its way up right here, and the day chart's working its way down. So, but the weekly is what you really want to look at here. That's why you don't want to, if you're going to put a long in, put there to where like the leverage is below 225. 225 is kind of like where it could go down to. But if you get it to where it's like 220, 219, somewhere in that ballpark, you're probably sitting okay. And then, like I said, you could always add to your margin. Can I put some pills to sleep for a few months to protect me for selling too soon? Yes. Awesome. What's your price do you think would be a good to hop into BTC for a short-term swing? I mean, people are shorting the hell out of it right now. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, I could just people out here are probably trying to put some shorts in on Bitcoin. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but that's kind of what people are. You can see this, the bounce off of that 112. It's been rejected twice now in the last hour at 112. So got rejected last hour and this hour. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I only 25x. I want to change it to 50. I get that. I get that feeling, dude, where you like, oh man, I want to increase it. So we got to watch out for that. That's cool that they're raising this right here. The bond rates, we talked about that. Yes, first US XRP futures ETF begins trading on the NASDAQ. So the first ever US-based exchange trade tracking XRP futures on a 1-to-1 basis started trading on the NASDAQ on Thursday. The volatility shares XRP ETF has a gross expense ratio of 1.15% and a net expense ratio after fees of a 0.94. That's actually not too bad. XRP, this is supposed to has pulled in 121 million in assets under management. Gosh, damn. So first one coming out here, kind of not too bad. We got Slim Cheese in the house here. What's up, buddy? Short was liquidated. Oh, short's got obliterated, bro. Can you give me an example of your explanation of margin? Yeah. We can just do one real quick right here. So yeah, open up your BTC account. If you haven't, you can definitely click on the link down below and you can follow through with this. So really what I did is I went through here, just going to give a quick little run through here, but I deposited, you just go here, you go to crypto deposits like this, and it opens up into this page right here. Connect your MetaMask. Again, make sure you have a MetaMask account up here. And then I go USDT and I make sure it's on the Ethereum side. It gives me this address right here. And then I go up here and I basically make my transfers in USDT, which you can see they're all right here. Okay. So then it comes in, it's in my assets now, right? So what I need to do is go to my wallets here and I need to transfer them. And what I need to do is I need to get into my futures account. So right now it's in my wallet account, or it's in my, let's see, I think this might be in my future. No, it's in my wallet account here. So now we're on wallet account. I want to transfer 100% of my, I actually don't know where it's at right now. Let's see. It's in, oh, I guess it's in my futures account. Okay, so it's in my futures account. So what I want to do is I want to move it to, I'm just going to move 50% of this to my wallet account here. So I'm going to confirm, and now it's in my wallet account. And then what I want to do is I want to then switch from my wallet account. I want to put it into my Future Pro account, because what I want to do is I want to work in the isolated side of trades. Okay, so to do that, you move it into the wallet, from wallet account into the futures account pro, and you come over here to where it says perpetual futures pro, and then you go over to the XRP side. So we're going to trade XRP today, and this allows you to do isolated. So you come over here to the top up here, you can do cross and or isolated. Again, isolated is just the amount that you're willing to lose. So if you put $100 on the line, you're going to lose the 100. If you get liquidated, you'll lose that $100. If you use cross, you put $100 on the line, you could spend more than the $100, right? It could be $200, $300, $400, depending on how much you get liquidated. But that's kind of how it is. So what you want to do here is you want to actually, you can go over here and you can add money and things like that. But what you want to do to this, and we'll just do a small one for an example here. So let's just say that we want to open along on the market right now. We're not going to do a limit. We're going to do a market, and let's just do we'll do a 20x leverage at 100 we'll just do $100. Well, let's do that's too much. Let's do 2,500. That's what's about 125 USDT. That means my liquidation price is 232, which is actually, that's pretty, it's cutting it pretty close. 232 is a liquidation. I mean, it's been bouncing around the 232 for quite some time. But what I'm saying here is, let's just open it up here. So we're going to open along about $125, and you'll say confirm. We know that our liquidation is going to be 232. So what you'll want to do here is that when you get close down here, you have this margin right here. You can open it up and you can actually increase your margin. So let's just say that it's getting close down here to where you're starting to get close to liquidation. Say it's like $20, or like it's 2 cents away from getting liquidated. Like our liquidation price right now is sitting around, it was around 232 is our liquidation price. So let's just say it gets to 233 and you're like, crap, dude, I don't want to get my position liquidated. What you would do is you come over here and you would increase your margin. And it would look at my liquidation price right here. You can see up on the screen. I might need to zoom in a little bit. My liquidation price is 232. Well, if I add $20 to it, my liquidation price goes down to 230. So I'm adding more money to my margin, right? And let's say, okay, well, I want this to actually go down to a liquidation price of 219. Then I have to add $128 to my margin to get my liquidation price down to 219. But now, that this increases my margin as well. It increases my leveraging too. So everything gets increased, but adding more money to it right now based off price is where it gets down to. And you got to realize the further this goes down, the more expensive it gets. So, but that's how you do it. It's very, very easy to do. And so you don't get liquidated. So you'll see a lot of people out there that will be adding money to their margins so that they don't get liquidated. You saw the Bitcoin guy, right? Bitcoin came out. You saw the news out there. He added what? 20 million. He was down like $20 million, and he added like another 10 million to his to his margin so he didn't get liquidated. So you can see people will continually add those things to make sure they don't do it. I'm only 25x. Okay, that's pretty good. Do you have a MetaMask, or can you use another? I think that BTCC only lets you use MetaMask. I think MetaMask is the only one that allows you to use. So that's the only one that I actually do use. Love your accent, man. Actually, I'm learning English with your streaming. Happy to. Oh, really? Nobody? That's awesome, dude. It's funny to hear people say I have an accent. MEXC is much better. No fees. I can't use MEXC, dude. Unfortunately, I can't use it. They took it away. MEXC was another one I used. KuCoin was one I used, and Binance.us were one I used. Washington took away them all, and so this is the next best thing. I actually like it a lot, dude. They make it very, very easy to do, and the fees on it are still pretty reasonable. So we got Dave. What's up, dude? Dave's dog. What's up, man? What wallet do you use with the small coins like Pepe, Trump? I don't like Coinbase wallet. I use SafePal, and I'm using Pure Wallet, dude. Pure Wallet's opening up nicely now, but really SafePal is kind of the one to use at this moment for me. But yeah, those are the two. Those are the ones I'm going to be using going forward. And then sometimes they require you to use MetaMask. So I'm using MetaMask. So you can see right now I'm down about $5. I'm down about right now floating profits. I'm about $5 down from this this little trade that we made right now. And again, I made this trade just for stream purposes, for fun, just to show you guys what it is. I know 808. Yeah, right there. You're good. Yeah, no problem, dude. Yeah, no problem. Anytime you need it, dude. Binance is great. Only realized it works the other night. MEXC not in the US. Yeah, it's not. I'm MEXC. Someone was arguing with me the other day saying I have to pay fees. Yeah, SafePal is good, right? Some cheeses. Everyone has their own preferences, right? Everyone has their own preferences. I like BTCC right now because Washington's so strict. It works over here in Washington. I'm actually really digging the interface here. Plus, I like their app. Their app's actually it's pretty easy to use. I'm digging it, dude. So, it is what it is. And once you get used to something, you kind of stick with it. So, and like I said, I wanted to do this with Coinbase account, but I'd have to go recreate a whole new Coinbase account. And since I already used my social security number to open up an account, I had to use the business. And I was like, dude, I'm not going through the hassle of all that. Like, Coinbase makes it really hard to open up a second account underneath your name because they require you to KYC. And so if you have to KYC, they require you to have your social security number on there. And so you can't open a second account. So I didn't want to use that account to share with you guys because it has all my personal stuff on there. So that's why, I was so hesitant in trying to share with you guys like how things worked on lives because I just didn't want to share the personal information. But now with this coming up and getting worked out, this is a lot easier to use. So yeah, kind of liking that. Ripple will become a bank. XRP will overtake BTC. You think so? You think it's going to overtake it in terms of market cap? BTC, good too. Just for here, restrictions, same as Juice, CB. Oh, really? $2? Damn. So you got some good restrictions too. So you do the same thing in Coinbase that you just did in BTCC. It's in contracts. So I shared this before, but BTC's or Coinbase is a little different. I'll show you here. Let's go to my Coinbase. So I showed you guys in the Coinbase side where you can do it, but you have to buy it in contracts. So how they kind of work, it's not the same, dude. And for some reason, it's making me log in, so I can't even share. But no, it's not the same. It's not the same, dude. They make you buy in contracts, which is a lot different than buying spot. What happened to Sui again today? They got hacked, bro. Old man Jenkins, what's up, buddy? They got hacked pretty badly right here. So as of earlier today, we have confirmed that attackers have stolen approximately 223 million from CEDAS protocol. We have took immediate actions to lock our contract, preventing further theft of funds. 162 million of the compromised funds have been successfully paused. We are working with Sui Foundation. So obviously this is Sui. And then what they did is they actually took those funds and put it through a bridge, and they moved it into Ethereum. So yeah, kind of wild. But the good thing is, like I was telling them earlier, look at this. Sui's actually not doing too bad for having that major event, right? I mean, they're down slightly, but I mean, they're doing pretty good. I understand that with isolated leverage, I only lose what I put in. Does that same thing happen with cross? No, cross is it like, so if we do a cross, and we can do an example of a cross for you guys. Let's just do one for cross. Let's do it for like H bar or something like that. Let's go over to the perpetual futures side of it. I think I have like 300. Yeah, so I have like $394 in here right now. So if you do cross, and the one thing is, let's just actually like pick a. Let's do let's see. Let's just do H bar. Let's go to favorites. Let's go to H bar. We'll stick to the ones we know, things that we follow. We'll put a long in on this just for fun on this as well. So we'll just do like let's just do like another. We'll do a cross of 20 as well, and we're gonna do 10,000 H bar. Okay, so we know that if I open the long here, we know my liquidation price is 16 right here. So 16 cents to get liquidated on this is 16. Okay, at a 20x leverage. So what happens though is if this actually continues to fall down below this price, we could here. Let's do the order confirmation. Let's buy it, and we can actually play around with it. Okay, so now I'm down $2 on this. Let's go here. It's easier. Sometimes it's easier on the phone to show this, but you know, if you start to get liquidated here, let's see. I can pull it up here. It's weird because on the screen here, it's so much easier on the phone. But what happens is that you can actually set. Okay, so right here, let's go to add profit loss here. So once I pull up the phone, it's actually easier. So what happens here is if you set your stop losses, right? So 10%, you can see right here, 10%, you're going to lose $205 at a 10%, which is a trigger loss right here at 18,330, which is a 10% loss, is at a $200 loss. Well, I only put $100 in, but I'd have to pay $200 at a 10% decrease, which puts it down to 18. So I haven't even hit my liquidation event yet, which is liquidated. This liquidation's at 16 cents. But at 18 cents, I'd be at a P&L is 205. So I only put 100 in, but I'd be down 200. So I've already lost $100. Now another 10% on top of that will put us down there. So I could be down almost $500, $600 that I'd have to pay on a cross, right? If I don't actually sell my position. So you put $100 in, you could end up paying $600 to $600. You're paying basically what you're taking out in isolation, which is you have to pay that back. Where with isolated, you're only losing what you put in there. And again, you could do the same thing. You could add to your margin, right? You can come in here and add again to your margins right here, which is great, right? So it's up to you on how you want to go about it. But yeah, you could end up paying more on cross, but you have more. There's a lot more cryptos that you can actually come out here and leverage. You know, again, the perpetuals over here for the futures pro is only these, which is, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Litecoin, and ADA. And then the cross ones, if you go back to the cross side of it, you know, you can do it. There's so many other ones over here. There's, you know, I mean, a ton of these things you can do. Boom. So yeah, just different ways, just different things. They'll eventually price in sats. You think so? I'll stick to isolated. Thank you. Yeah, isolated. You just know what you're putting in there when you're willing to lose. Pure wallet's looking good, dude. I'm hoping the update comes. I've been asking Andrew, like, dude, when's the update coming? I'm going to make a video about it. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to share with you guys because the new things coming out are pretty cool. Yeah, Coinbase futures are just different. I like scammy and evil. It's just different. Isolated is best. Yeah, isolated. If you're new to like margin trading, again, you've never done it before, completely understand. It's definitely risky, but if you use small amounts and you use isolated, you really save your risk of your bet, basically. I think that it's the best way to go if you're new to crypto, or you just, like, hey, I know I'm putting $50 up, and if that $50 goes, it goes, right? Or I can add to my margin, like I can add $25 to my margin or whatever it is. But you know that like it's not going to be, you're not going to wake up and see all your portfolio money gone. So if you have $1,000 in here and you do a 20x and it goes down overnight, we get liquidated by 15%. You could end up losing. You could wake up and see your $1,000 gone. But if you have isolated, your isolated is only going to lose what you put in there. So that's what's great about it. So if you're doing a risk ratio, like a risk to reward ratio, isolated your best bet. So if you're new to it and want to try it, that's the best way to go. So definitely do that. Suisi's update: 160 of the 20 million of the funds that were compromised are frozen. Yeah, that's huge. That's right. CZ did come out and say that he was going to be helping out with that, so that is cool to see. 100%. It was exploited. Yeah, there was a bug in the code that someone was able to exploit. That's so crazy they're able to do that shit, dude. Kick ass on the Pure Wallet in Vegas. Dude, I'm so excited about it. Vegas will be awesome. I hope to meet some of you guys there. I know that there's a couple people that reached out. I'll be meeting you guys down there. Super excited to meet you. Yeah, altcoin season usually happens a little after Bitcoin, so just hold on tight. Like I said, if you're going to be putting in longs look for your liquidation prices. Like I said, for H bar to get liquidated at 16 cents is pretty small. I think. The chances of 16 cents is it can happen, but it's a lot less of a trigger. So that's great. And then if we go to the futures over here, you can see I'm down about $6 over here on the isolated, but 232. That 232 liquidation. We've been hovering around this 232. Oh, sorry. Let's go to XRP here. We've been hovering around this 232. You can see this 232 has been a big player in this game for the last, I don't know, feels like forever. This 232, we've been hovering around this 228, 232 marker right there, 232. So, we're up right now, putting in a position. Realize that 232 is right around the corner. So I might have to add to my margin, right? Maybe I'll put $100 in on my margin, bring me down to 225. 225 is kind of like trigger. So we can actually play that out right now if you wanted to. We can go to, where's my margin? There's my margin. And if I wanted to add to my margin, let's just say I wanted to add. So right now, if I wanted to add $73 to my margin right now, that would drop me down to about $2.25, which I told you guys, 225 is kind of like the buy zone. So I'll continue to monitor and maybe I'll just increase margin on this so I don't get liquidated. So just, easy things like that. You also remove your margins when you're back up. Yeah, that is true. You can. You're right, Curtis. You can actually remove the margins. That is a good point. Thank you for bringing that up. Shannon coming in hot. Thanks so much for the 10 gifted memberships. If Shannon gifted you a membership, please say thank you to Shannon. Shannon always holding it down for me, gifting those memberships. And those 10 new members, welcome to the A team. And if you haven't, definitely jump over to that Discord and come hang out with us if you can. Austin, can I buy you a drink? Absolutely, dude. I'll take a Jameson on the rocks. Appreciate you, my guy. Where can we message you that you see? Where can we message you that you see? What are we talking about, Shannon? Oh yeah, Discord. Yeah, dude, Discord. Yeah, you can hit me up on X, bro. You can do anything. You can transfer USDT from Coinbase to BTC using the Ethereum network. Okay, that's good, dude. It might take a second to get there, Alfonso, because you're transferring from one exchange to the other exchange. So that's cool that you connected the two accounts. I guess you could do that if you wanted to, but I think, and did it work out? Hopefully it all came through. Happy Bitcoin Pizza Day. Yeah. Talk about that, dude. I totally forgot to bring that up. Dude. Thank you for reminding me, dude. 15 years ago today, right here. Laszlo bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin. That Bitcoin is now worth $1.2 billion as of today, dude. That is insane to me. Absolutely insane to me. That pizza right there cost this guy $1.2 billion, dude. What the hell? That's got to be the worst feeling in the world, dude. He bought those he spent like 50 cents on that Bitcoin. He spent like 5K on, or he spent he bought this for the cents. He spent like $10 on this Bitcoin, dude. 10,000 Bitcoin, bro. Oh my gosh, dude. You are a lifesaver, bro. Oh, Jose. Yeah, no problem, man. Appreciate you being here, dude. Few lines. Weak and some hard Trent, you crazy, dude. Do you have to have a MetaMask wallet or can you use a Trust wallet or BTCC? Good. That's a good question. I honestly don't know. I think you can I think you could deposit. Let's go. You can do fund your account with USDT while you Visa. You can buy and sell crypto. Okay, crypto deposits. I think you could send it to really anywhere. I think MetaMask is the only one that I know of that you can actually use easily. I like MetaMask for that reason, but I think that you could, let's see, you could probably transfer. Let's see if we transfer, withdraw. I guess you could. I haven't done it, dude. I think MetaMask might be the only one that we could use on the PC if I had to say. There's a whole list of wallets. Oh, is there a whole list? Okay, so maybe I'm just looking at this one. Okay, CB to BTCC is how I transfer it. Okay, so Coinbase to BTCC is how you transfer. Okay, yeah, so you can use Coinbase. You can send to any wallet. Yeah, you can send to any wallet. I think he was saying, can you send from any wallet to BTCC? And I don't know. I don't know. The answer is I don't know. Just make sure when you do it that you're on. If you're doing Ethereum, that you're actually following the different ones here. I use Ethereum ERC20. So, Sui got hacked. Yeah, bro. Isn't that wild? Oh, no, he's not. Is he rich? No, I don't. He's not. He's not rich, dude. No. Oh, dude, dude, that's crazy. The hard drive ended up in the dump, dude. That makes me sick to my stomach, dude. Oh, that sucks, dude. Show live comments from viewers will appear on screen during the stream. Keep the conversation going and make your audience part of the experience. Oh, can you guys? I'm trying this out. Can you guys actually see that on stream now? That's wild. Okay. Let's see how that looks. I don't know. They just in beta now. I just got on StreamYard. Oh yeah, it is showing you guys down there. I don't know if that's cool or not. Do you guys like seeing those on stream on the screen? You like seeing the comments on the screen? I don't know. Let me know. Interesting. How do we know we could buy 20K more BTC later that same night? That's a good question. I don't know. You got a smaller medium bag of AVAX? Damn, all right. Is it somewhere when I was playing with BTC? It's similar to Pure Wallet and connecting a wallet. Oh, okay. Interesting. I did not know you could do that. Just finished a 15K. Gosh, dang, Kenny. It's worth over $1 billion now. He's trying to buy the landfill. True. Adam L, what's up, my guy? Transfer from BTCC to okay. Oh, that's weird. It does show up on the screen here, dude. That is weird that it's showing up on my screen over here as well. That's funny, dude. My Pure Wallet tokens are not showing up in the wallet anymore. Any input? You probably got to update. You probably got to update Vintage, if I had to guess. Yes, chat on the stream now. Okay, chat's on stream now. There we go. Transfer from Coinbase to BTC only takes about 2 minutes. Okay, so there it is. Toxic Dave coming in hot. Appreciate you. Yeah. So, and if you guys want, I mean, the cool thing is that, I did put the reason why I put the link in there was because you get 10% to your deposit. So if you deposit $1,000, you're going to get $100 in tokens, or $100 in 10%, I think, in tokens or whatever it is. So that's the reason I did it, is if people did it, hey, at least you get 10%. And that's for every email that you use. And so I did say, if not that I've done this, maybe I have. You can go and you can open up an email account, deposit your funds, get the 10%, and then you could transfer those. So, each time you actually make a deposit, you can keep getting your 10%. You'd have to make a new email, but you get 10% every time, and then you could transfer those to your original wallet. So you could there's ways to find ways around it, but that was the reason I did it. So, you think Salaxy is scam? I don't know. It sounds like a meme coin. Look it up. Newport Wells. My Pure Wallet tokens are not showing up. Yeah, that's what you gotta do. He lives in your street. Gosh damn, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, that's pretty wild. So yeah, that's how the futures work. Let's see where we actually up or down. Oh, we're up just, oh no, we're down about 70 cents as of right now for HBAR. And then for XRP, we're down roughly about $5 from where we bought. So I paid a stake in Shack with BTC in store, but it's double right afterwards off Coinbase. It's moved. Oh my gosh, dude. Don't miss BTC. That's crazy, Tennessee Eco, man. Don't down Pure Token like I did. Did you download it? His miss put in chat. Gosh, dude, that's so crazy. I don't think it's struggling, dude. I think a lot of the tokens are waiting. XRP, everything's on BTCC right now. Bitcoin is rallying right now. Shorts are coming in hot right now with Bitcoin. You can see the shorts coming in are definitely popping. But I think here in a week or two, we're gonna see XRP probably boom pretty nicely. BTC hit that 11. I think it actually hit 12. Didn't it hit 12, Scott? Well, at least here on screen it hit 12. At least it showed up here on Trading View as 12. Oh, dude, War John, yeah, appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate you being here. Make up emails. I tried, Tom, as a false email. BTC copped me in 2 seconds. Did it really? Oh, so you tried to use another email. You don't have to use a false email. Just use just actually like sign up with a different email. I mean, you can do it through a different email, different account. You got to sign in from a different account, use that email from a different account. So you got to use, everything's it has to be separate. You think BTC pulls back to 100K anytime soon? Well, I mean, that's kind of what I was saying earlier. We take a look at BTCC on the day chart, or BTC. We take a look at BTC. You can see right here that there's a fair value gap on the day chart right here, and the day chart's coming up. This is gonna come back down, right? I don't know exactly when, but I mean, it's gonna come back up here. It's gonna hit. It's gonna come back down to some degree, right? And you can see there's fair value gaps to be played. There's a fair value gap around 109 here to 107, but you can see right here at the top of this, there's a lot of support right here around 97. It's a massive fair value gap right here. And so this 102 mark right here, the top of this fair value gap of 102, there's a huge amount of, I wouldn't say huge, but there's a decent amount of volume right here. So this could be a nice little level of support from 104 to 102, but that's kind of where it's at. The weekly, again, 100 right here is the top of this right here. So you can see the weekly big fair value gap on the weekly right here. This thing has been on a rip, dude. I mean, last time that we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks was back over here when we started to really rally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We went sideways, which again is something we can do here. This came down roughly, let's just see, came down from a height up here of 49 down here to about 22% loss. Then we went on another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 weeks of that run before we came down another 34. So you can see that's kind of where it has been. Again, we kind of see these runs and then we fall down about another 20%. So massive run. We'll probably fall down anywhere from, what did I say, that was about 24, 28, 20. Yeah. So I mean, we could fall down to say, let's just say this is the top. We fall down another 28%. I mean, that puts us right back into the 80 marker, right? So before we go back up again, or come back down, hit this 92, which puts us roughly, because again, this is kind of a weird day, right? I mean, in all reality. So we lost roughly about 34 there. That's kind of crazy. So yeah, I mean, yeah, we could probably see that top of 90 into the 91s if this comes back down, which could very well happen. 10 minutes. Let's see, 112. All right. Tim, what's your opinion, Sui or Ondo? Oh, I like Sui a lot, dude. Ondo has a little bit more room to run in terms of price, though. I mean, Sui's so new. I mean, Ondo's so new that that's kind of where it happened. You have a lot more market cap to run. I do got soccer practice today, bro. Yeah, I got soccer practice today, so I'll be up at soccer practice tonight. Let's see, 119, 11,980 here for tops. Oh, damn. Is that what it was? Let's see what CoinMarketCap said for top of Bitcoin. What are your top 3 long-term holds for crypto? I mean, like right now, it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, HBAR, XLM. I mean, I got a lot that I've been holding for a while, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, so I guess 111,970 is the high for CoinMarketCap. All right. Well, we hit all-time high here live on stream. That's all that matters to me. Broke history on stream today. Yes. I feel accomplished. I can go to sleep now. But yeah, someone asked me, who was it that asked me in Discord if they want to do someone asked me in Discord for to do some margin trading, to like go through like a little class or something like that on margin trading. Who was it that someone asked me in crypto? If you're here on stream, let me know it was you. Because I could probably jump over to Discord and we could go through a lot of things personally through Discord versus here live on stream. That was me. Oh, is that you, Batch, that asked for like a lot for a run through? ETH looks like not pumping. We'll see. It'll pump, dude. What are you talking about, RPM? How many ETFs will SEC delay already? Well, every ETF has been delayed till June 17th. I think June 17th is like the date for them to decide, maybe. And it could be pushed down the road even more. Oh, I don't know if I asked specifically, but I definitely need that. Okay, Andrew. Yeah, we could I could schedule a time. Maybe this weekend, dude, before I head off to Bitcoin. Maybe we can set aside arrange something to jump. Tomorrow I don't have any soccer. I don't have to go anywhere for soccer. Yeah, that's what it is. June 17th is a Franklin spot ETF. Okay. Nobody, everyone flows BTC do. Coins don't really run with BTC. Yeah, BTC will run and then everything else will run thereafter. It's kind of how it goes. So, but this definitely, I mean, even on the retracement right here, this could come back down to 232. You can see right here, this 232 marker has kind of been the area 230, right around from like 232 to roughly 228. We just have practice tomorrow in the evening. We do. We have practice tomorrow. The energy shifting with you all on the moon. It always does, right? Do we really need XLM when we have stable coins? Messy. You're funny, dude. Yes, everyday weirdo. No, we don't. I mean, I guess the kids do something, but BTC tops at 115. You think 115K? All right. But all right, guys, I'm gonna hop off. Unless you guys need something from me. But we put our margins in today. We put our play of the day in today, I guess already. We put our plays of the day in again. We put some longs in on XRP and H bar. We'll see how they play out today. We put some longs in. We'll see how they play out. You can see right now I'm down about $7 on the play that we did for XRP. That was roughly just thrown in there. I was given an example of it. Technically we probably should have done a limit order versus market, but here on stream we did do market. You can see liquidations around $3.32 at $125 USD. I'll probably have to add, if this starts to drop down, I'll probably add some margin to it. Probably make it like $200 just to knock this down to 225, below 225, because 225 could be, I've told you guys, 225 is kind of like that play that's out there. That's an open order. So we'll see how that goes. Hey, Austin, did you close your yeah, I did. Yeah, I closed them. I put a stop loss in and closed them. Yeah, I think I made like $85. There, I put $100. It was a $99.95 is what it was. I think I closed out like $85. So yeah, almost 100x. Again, put $100 in, made $100 on a day. Can't be too upset with that. A win is a win in my book. So as long as we're winning, everything's good. But with all that, I'm gonna hop off here. Thank you guys so much for kicking it with me. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. So happy we were actually live on stream here when we hit all-time highs for Bitcoin again. And yeah, I'll be back on here tomorrow, same time, same place. Well, actually, tomorrow we'll have to sort of see. Tomorrow I might come on early. Which will be around like 8 or 9. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But because the kids don't have school tomorrow, so I might come on a little early and kick it with you guys. So with all that, anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for all the love, all the support, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, everyone.